Did you just hear that sound? Does anybody even know what that sound is? That was the sound of waiting back in the 90s. Whenever someone wanted to use the internet back then, they would have to log in and wait. Hard to imagine in today's world. It seems so automatic, as if the internet goes down even for a moment, we all panic, which makes us lack patience in today's world. You know what else we had to wait for back in the day? Pictures, like photographs. There were no instant selfies or use of filters. We had to use an actual camera with film and then wait for the pictures as we sent in that film to be developed and processed. I know it's hard to believe now because we have pictures within 1 second of clicking that camera button, and we even get to edit them right away too. It would be super hard to go back to those times of waiting, which makes what we all hear, instant gratification, a bit true in our world. We are all used to experiencing satisfaction or getting what we want without delay. And I am positive that you have all heard from parents, teachers, coaches, something like this: just be patient. That can be a real problem today in our instant gratification world, where we get things so quickly and we lack patience. Patience, we need to realize, is not always just the action of waiting for something we want, but it is also our behaviors or reactions when we're in the process of waiting. How we react when we send a text and don't always hear back right away. Our emotions can get the best of us and we jump to conclusions that someone is upset with us or ignoring us. So, thinking all of these scenarios now, would you say that you're a patient person? How do you handle when the internet goes down or when someone doesn't respond to your text messages right away? Do you get frustrated or annoyed when someone tells you to chill or be patient? Let's get to the true meaning of this word patience first. How does the dictionary define patience? It says this: the capacity to accept or tolerate delay, trouble, or suffering without getting angry or upset. Our lives are full of times that take patience. Waiting in line at lunch, waiting for a teacher to put the grades in, waiting in anticipation for a vacation. Everywhere we go, wait, wait, and wait. Patience is very difficult in our world, and it's not the most appealing trait to strive for because of all the instant gratification around us. But we also need to realize that we won't always get what we want. You should know that by now. I am here today to share some great news with you, though. Some guidance for you to see how God can help you have patience when you need to wait. We don't have to try to be patient when we're close with Jesus. He gives it to us as a gift. Remember, the series we're in is called Motivated, and we are walking through getting motivated each week by the many fruits listed in Galatians 5. Let's go back to review our series memory verse. But the Holy Spirit produces this kind of fruit in our lives: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Galatians 5:22 through 23. Patience is the next fruit. This is the gift from God that He gives us when we accept Him in our lives and follow Him. So today, the one thing I want you to remember is this: I am motivated to live in patience. You should feel encouraged to know that you don't have to be patient all on your own. You should also feel a bit challenged to practice patience every day. As we've said, the Holy Spirit is who motivates us to live in patience. A verse from Colossians fits perfectly with our one thing for today. Since God chose you to be the holy people He loves, you must clothe yourselves with tender-hearted mercy, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience. Colossians 3:12. Did you catch that? We should clothe ourselves in patience. Just like how we choose what we're going to wear each day, we choose to be patient or not. Here are some practical steps that you can take today as you choose to live in patience. Number 1, practice active patience with everyone. This isn't on again, off again, on again, part-time. No excuses like, well, I'm just a hothead, but I cool down quickly. Or, that person doesn't deserve it. Or, you don't know what they did to me. Like forgiveness, this doesn't necessarily mean the restoration of a relationship. It's about how it affects you. Patience is love in action, and when we choose to act in patient love, we will serve and care for others no matter what. 1 Thessalonians 5:14 through 15 says it this way. Brothers and sisters, we urge you to warn those who are lazy, encourage those who are timid, take tender care of those who are weak. Be patient with everyone. See that no one pays back evil for evil, but always try to do good to each other and to all people. 1 Thessalonians 5:14 through 15. So this week, make a choice to be patient with everyone. And that brings us to our second step that we can take towards a life of patience. Number 2, listen to what God has to say. My way is useless in the ultimate big picture. This is a huge release of pressure that I have to be on all the time and make things happen. When I live in God's power, in His Holy Spirit, He will direct me to the best ways to honor Him and serve others. We all struggle with impatience. Sometimes I'm not just impatient with people and circumstances around me, but if I'm honest, there are times when I've been impatient with God. Have you ever been there? You may struggle with your faith in God because He doesn't respond in the time frame that you want. It's like we send Him a text and He hasn't texted us back immediately, and we think that He's left us unread and is ignoring us, but that is not the truth at all. So, what do? Wait patiently for the Lord. Be brave and courageous. Yes, wait patiently for the Lord. Psalm 27:14. Waiting for anything is not easy. That is something that we discussed at the start of today's lesson. We live in that instant gratification world that we talked about. So, I understand that waiting for God is also not easy. Often, He doesn't seem to be answering our prayers, but I want you to end thinking of this. When we think that way, that He's not answering or that He's ignoring us, it's implying that God is not in control of our lives. But God is worth waiting for. God often uses those times of waiting to teach us and to renew us. So make good use of your waiting times by discovering what God is trying to guide you towards or do with you while you're in that time of waiting. I challenge you to check out this week's reading plan to learn more and to continue to grow in patience this week.